Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin market. So market in recent week and beginning of this week extends in tight range. It shows some kind of the consolidation around the top that has been achieved in last week. And actually we talked about this because if you remember last few sessions on the previous week, we talked about the hand and shoulders and the deeper retracement, and now you can see on the weekly chart that it stands in progress. Well, here guys, on the weekly chart we have to consider two possible scenarios. First scenario is more bullish. It suggests a minor consolidation. It's forming a kind of the pennant or flag that you could see here. And then upward continuation first to the 11 even target, which is the major 618 resistance, but mostly to COP target at 13 even. This will be A, B, C, bottom, COP, 618 extension of this page. That will be nearest target that we have. Another scenario that also is possible, because currently it's really big riddle how the virus epidemic will impact on the Bitcoin market, because you know that major mining power stands in China as well. Well, and although maybe, well, it's not have the direct relation to Bitcoin mining because it's not the traditional factories and industrial production that stands on some plants in the heavy industry that has been freezed for some time due to the epidemic, but still maybe some impact could happen as well. At least on the growing demand for United States dollar, it could press on the Bitcoin price as well, and we can't totally ignore this possible scenario. So take a look. Here you have a kind of the hand and shoulders pattern could be formed. In this case, you will get deeper retracement right back down to the 7.8 area. Well, I think that it's not as probable as this scenario, direct upward continuation, but still it is possible, and we need to consider it. At least if we will get some stronger bearish sign and a sell-off, an extension of the normal harmonic swings on the daily chart, that could be the sign that this scenario stands in place. In this case, we need to keep an eye on the 7.8 area. That's two moments that we could get from the weekly chart. At the same time, if you will take a look at the hash rate, according to our analysis, when we talked on the halving of the Bitcoin, we said the hash rate probably will continue to grow right to the halving moment. And take a look indeed, if you will take a look at the hash rate, it's growing. So on the growing hash rate, it's usually very rare happens some really big collapse and pullbacks. So, for example, you can see here while the hash rate is growing, this market stands in consolidation and drop has happened when it starts to slow. So we will see. Anyway, these two scenarios that we will keep an eye on, and at least market while it stands tight near the previous top, we will focus on direct upward continuation first. So on the daily chart, let's see what we have. Market still stands inside of this range, but take a look. It is just trying to hold on a support of this line. So it was already trapped to it and is creeping with this support, trying to hold inside and reestablish upward action. In general, this type of action here you could recognize it takes the shape of some kind of the flag consolidation. So you could see here probably something of that sort. So here was the form, some flag right before upward continuation. Here again we have something similar. So this is potential bullish pattern, at least until market stands inside of it. If we'll see acceleration here right back down below these lows, that could be the first sign that probably we could get this head and shoulders pattern that were mentioned on the weekly chart. And that's possible. But currently, while market stands in this tight range, well, it keeps chance on an immediate upward continuation. From that standpoint, what we need to take a look on the intraday charts, on the 4-hour time frame chart. That's the range that we have. Here, market also has formed the bullish grabbers. So take a look what we have. this MACD predictor, and you have the bullish grabber has been formed. This grabber suggests the taking out of this stop. And this market currently stands as former support, let's call it as a conference support, already has been mostly broken here, but this was mostly fast spike down, and general overall price action was concentrated around this level. So if this grabber will hold and will work, market will take it out of the stop, and that could be the starting of the breakout of the flag and upward continuation. Conversely, we expect, as previously, based on this head and shoulders pattern, that market should reach next support there around conference support, this 90, 10, 90, 20 area right here. From that standpoint, what trades you could take? Theoretically, you could try to take the long position based on the grabbers. This is very close stops you could place, and if you will be wrong, this loss will be not very significant, because when the market will drop below these lows, well, that will tell you that grabbers has failed and it's going lower. That's the first trade that you could consider. If you will be right and grabbers will work, this will be strong upward action here, so it's definitely risk reward will be in your favor. Another opportunity is just to sit on the hands and wait for the next support area, because market stands in the flank consolidation, it's turning down, and you could see what will happen. If you do not want to take the part in this grabber pattern, then you have just to see for either reaching of the support, if market will continue downward action here, or in way of upward breakout, you need to get taken out of this stop. For example, you could place stop buy order somewhere around this stop, so either slightly below it, just to get the slippage on the possible upper breakout here, somewhere around this area. So it shows approximately 10.28, something in this area. Well, that's two stops that we have for the bulls that you could consider. Choose what you like more. So actually, for the bears, well, it's difficult to advise something. So if you have the bearish position based on our hand and shoulders, where it was major entry point that we have specified, you could just keep the short position, just move your stops to the break-even and see what will happen. For you, its major target is drop back to the confluence, but that's where your trade will be completed. The taking on the new short trade, well, the moment for that already has passed, because on the hourly chart we have our godly triple to sell, and we said that market will show retracement to the 618 level, completion of the ABCD pattern, and that was the opportunity to go short. Well, currently, as you can see, in this action already has started. So, besides, the godly triple 2 has reached the minimal targets. You know, the 30% retracement is the minimal target of this pattern, and we have the grabbers, these bullish grabbers. So, in the current circumstances, not very good point for taking the new short position. That's why you need to wait and see for something else. So, for example, if market somehow will erase the grabbers and starts dropping, well, that will be the chance maybe to consider another short entry. But currently, I think that's not good point for taking the new shorts. That being said, for the bulls, you are watching either for grabbers trying to take the position based on them, or you are watching for a breakout out of this area. So if you do not want to take the part with the grabbers, you're waiting for moving back to the top, breakout to this top, or dropping here. That's 2 points where you could consider taking the long position. They, as you can see, not mutually exclusive, so because market will go either here or here. For the bears, nothing to consider currently. Only if you have the shorts, you could keep this position that you have taken right here in the last week. So that's all that we have currently on Bitcoin market.